WON YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, this is Baseball Night in America on WON Sports. Tonight is game one of a three-game series between these two rivals. The Metropolis Mariners will have the first pitch of these two American League slugging clubs right after this message, right here on Channel 9.
It's been quite a week for me. Home, a new job, a new city. What else could a girl ask for? What was that woman's problem? Why was she following me like that? She gave me quite a scare.
I'm Detective Mara from the Chicago Police Department. I'm actually here concerning the death of Mark Luther. I've been traveling the country the last few weeks and looking to find people who seem to know some information about that.
Oh, what does that have to do with me?
It has a lot to do with you because you know him.
I don't know what you mean. I didn't know any Mark Luther.
That's BS, lady. Or should I call you Superwoman?
How dare you? I never worked with any Luther and I'm not Superwoman.
Sure you are. Remember the good times where you worked with him to destroy the whole town of Scarborough and all those innocent people?
Get the hell out of my house!
Oh, did I strike a nerve?
Get the hell out, Detective Mara! She's not a police detective. She's Mark Luther's daughter.
Indeed. I am Mark Luther's daughter. There was no reason for you to let Supergirl kill my father.
Let's be honest. Your dad was an evil man. He enjoyed killing people for fun, and I just can't approve of that kind of human being. We're lucky that the government found me in the condition that I was in after your father's death. The entire evil residue that he injected me with is completely gone, but the powers are still here, and I'm going to use them for good.
You probably found out that I wasted your time and tricked you. You're probably angry as hell. And you know what? I frankly don't care. I have some unfinished business to settle with you. So if you have the guts to do it, meet me at 125 West 9th Street. It's a small place with a pool house attached. So come and show yourself, if you dare, super bitch. Sincerely, Karen Luther, a.k.a. your worst nightmare.
I have had enough of this creature. This woman is getting on my last nerves. Well, she asked for it, and she's gonna get it. Not today. No, I have to bring Karen Luther to justice. And that means no cooling off breaks, not for a crime fighter.
Oh, but Superwoman, I insist you cool off. This is only the beginning, Superwoman. When you snap out of it and come to the surface, you're going to be in for the fight of your useless life.
Back at Yankee Stadium, Phil Niekro will take the mound for the New York White Sox. A record of 2-2 so far this year. This is his 5th start. He's been in 4. His ERA at 8.31, so he'll try to lower that ERA today against the crosstown rival Metropolis Mariners. Gene Segura will lead off here in the ball game. Average at 230 with 5 home runs and a couple of runs batted in. First pitch of the game by the knuckleballer underway, and it's a fly ball into left. One pitch just like that, and 1 out recorded as Winfield makes the catch. Sox come into this game here tonight 16-6. Mariners doing pretty well in their division. And speaking of the Mariners, here's their lineup. You got Segura, Griffey Sr., Martinez, Griffey Jr., Edmonds, Cruz, Cano, Seager, and Jorge Posada. They are ranked 4th in the American League. They have 38 home runs. Here's Ken Griffey Sr. hitting at 257 with 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. New York versus Metropolis just underway in this Baseball Night in America broadcast. 2 pitches, and just like that, 2 outs. Collected by the knuckleballer, Phil Niekro, as Thomas puts it away. Edgar Martinez steps in, hitting at 391 with 5 homers and 11 runs batted in. His on-base percentage, though, at a whopping .488. Niekro's collected 2 outs on 2 pitches, a fly ball, and a moment ago, a ground ball. Fouls that one away, strike 1. M's versus Sox, game 1 of this 3-game rivalry series. The 0-1 on the way. Has popped up. How about this? Phil Niekro delivers 4 pitches, and out of the 3, he gets 3 outs. Thomas with the catch side retired. Top of the 1st. M's nothing. Sox coming to bat. Gaylord Perry will come on the mound for the Mariners. His record is 1-2. This is his 5th game. He's been in 4. His area at 4.97. He's pitched 25.1 innings pitched and has so far 10 strikeouts under his belt. He'll be facing the top of the order of the Sox lineup. And Roberto Alomar, switch hitter batting left-handed, will bat, hitting at 345 with 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in. As we begin the bottom of the 1st inning in a scoreless game in game 1 of this best-of-3 rivalry series on Baseball Night America on WON Sports. Gaylord all set to go. And the first pitch is inside, 1-0. There's Edgar Martinez in the infield. 1-0 on Roberto Alomar. Perry set again, he's all set. With the stretch, and the 1-0 delivery, ripped to right field, that's carrying a long way, it is gone, so long farewell, a line drive just over the fence, and Roberto Alomar puts the Sox ahead, 1-0 on a blistering line drive homer. Home run number 6 of the year, and the Sox are off and running here, they lead 1-0. That ball was scorched to right field. Let's take a look at this on show track. Good connection. I mean, that thing was launched, and it's a 1-0 Sox lead just like that. Measured at 377 feet. Just over the right field wall. Now here's Wade Boggs.
Third baseman, Wade.
So a quick start for the New York White Sox. There's a chopper up the middle. Right there is the shortstop, Segura, who makes the play at first for the first out of the 1st inning.
Left fielder, Dave Winfield.
So while Dave Winfield walks to home plate, here is your batting lineup for the Sox. You got Alomar, Boggs, Winfield, Reggie Jackson playing cleanup today. The Big Hurt batting 5th, followed by Piazza, Vizquel, Green, and Rice. That's your 1 through 9 batting lineup. Here is Dave Winfield. 292, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. A slow start for the big man. A run is in on the Alomar line drive home run. Perry back in the line here, 1 out. And the pitch coming. Ripped on the ground to third, picked up there by the third baseman. They get their man collected at first, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth.
Now bring up Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Jackson red hot. And there's a graphics error. Oh, man. Well, what you saw was a 473 average, 19 home runs. We just didn't get the on-base percentage or the RBI on that graphic. So, it happens. Game glitches. First pitch by Perry on the way. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit in the center. And Jackson is on. So that average will raise a little bit more. So the inning continues for the New York White Sox here in the bottom of the first. After the Alomar home run, and the batter now is Frank Thomas, hitting at .284 with 7 homers and a ton of runs batted in. Jackson a short lead at first. The run is in on the Alomar home run. Perry is set. 2-out pitch on the way, on the ground at third. They'll get the force at second, and that'll retire the side, but not before. Roberto Alomar lines one just over the fence. At the end of 1, it's the Sox 1 and the Mariners nothing on Baseball Night in America. Well, Ken Griffey Jr., the former Sox, part of last year's club, steps in. He's had a slow start to his return to the Mariners. Well, here he is, leading off in the top of the second inning, and a 1-0 Sox lead. And that's pulled on the ground up the middle. The shift was on. Good play by Pascal to get the out at first. 1 pitch and 1 out just like that.
Designated hitter, Jim Edmonds.
I'll bring up Jim Edmonds. Here's the White Sox defense. In the outfield got Green, Rice, and Winfield. The infield is Pascal, Alomar, Thomas, and Boggs. And catching the balls and strikes is Mike Piazza. The DH tonight is Reggie Jackson. And that's your White Sox defensive alignment presented by Majestic Athletic. Here's another former Sox, Jim Edmonds. Part of last year's championship club. Injury plagued him throughout the season. He is 2 home runs shy of hitting 400 home runs. What better place to hit? Possibly those 2 against your former team here in this place. 0-2 on the knuckleball this time again, as the Empire crew, Earl Hendricks is calling the balls and strikes tonight. 0-2 is the count on Edmonds. And the pitch by Phil on the way, a little nubbler. This could be problems. It'll be a foul ball, so it won't be problems. It'll remain 0-2, and Phil back to work on the next pitch, and it's popped up in the infield to the shortstop, Omar Vizquel. Under this one, he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
I'll bring up Nelson Cruz, another former Sox. He's hitting at .307 with 11 home runs and 24 runs batted in. On-base percentage over .350. Tying run at the plate, 1-0 Sox here in the second inning. And right back up the middle to Pascal. The shift is on, and he'll do the Sox justice there. Side retire, 1, 2, 3 go the M's. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Sox lead. Well, Mike Piazza will step in to lead off the bottom of the second in near .407 with 8 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Only run of the game, it was off the bat of Roberto Alomar on a line drive, first inning home run. An absolute blister over the fence and right. So Perry back to work, nursing a 1-0 deficit. And Piazza hits it the other way to right field, but that'll be foul for strike 1. Little bit too early on that one. The 0-1 on the way. That's hit high in the air. The right field, back is the outfielder. Hit the wall, it is over his head. Piazza will easily scoot into second base just in the nick of time. That ball just missed going over the fence by a foot or 2. The right fielder, Nelson Cruz, misplayed it. Shades of the nightmarish play against the Cardinals back in the 2011 World Series when he was a Texas Ranger. And they'll bring him Omar Vizquel. Piazza's the man in scoring position at second, nobody out. Bottom of the second, and just like that, the White Sox are threatening. Perry is set, the pitch on the way to Omar, line right to second, and there's your first out of the second inning. Here's Robinson Cano, the former Sox. Speaking of defense, here's the M's defense. Griffey Jr. and Griffey Sr. and Cruz man the outfield. The infield's Cano, Martinez, Segura, and Seager, and catching the balls and strikes is Jorge Posada. Here's Sean Green hitting at 257. 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. 1-0 Sox. We're in the bottom of the second with a man at second base and 1 out. Perry trying to get out of another situation here. First pitch on the way to Sean. Here's a ground ball to second. Cano to first in time. Runner moves to third base. So 2 outs and now a man 90 feet away from scoring. And it's going to come up to be up to Jim Rice. Here 334, 11 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Two outs, a man's at third. Perry set. And the pitch. Hit hard to right center, now bringing the second run. Base hit into the gap. Into scores Piazza. Rice scoots in the second. It's an RBI double, and the White Sox now lead 2-0. 8 double of the year for Rice, and it's an RBI double. I believe that's his 20th RBI driven in this year. Just a gapper into the right center field. And the top of the order will now come up, and here's Roberto Alomar, who homered his last time up. Man's at second base, the runner's in, 2 outs, 2-0 Sox. Perry set at the belt. And the 2-out pitch. It's a high fly ball to center. Ken Griffey Jr. going back on a warning track and put it away, side retired. But Jim Rice knocks in a double, a gapper to right field to bring in the second run of the game. At the end of 2 is the Sox 2 and the M's nothing. Well, Robinson Cano will lead off here in the top of the third inning with his club down 2-0 on this Baseball Night in America contest. Yours truly, John Rios, glad you join us here on WON Channel 9 YouTube for this matchup. There's a short ground ball to third, tough to get. Cano to get it. And nice scoop up there by Thomas to grab the ball and avoid an error. Well, you know the story in the AL Central Division. It's all Sox. 16-6. They're 5.5 games up on Minnesota, which is hanging tough. Cleveland the same thing. Detroit and Kansas City way down in the bottom of the barrel. Kyle Seager now the batter. He's playing third base tonight for the M's. And he fouls it back, strike 1. The 0-1 to Kyle, he couldn't hold up, strike 2. 0-2. 2-0 Sox, we're in the top of the third. Necro set again. The 0-2 delivery on the ground, the shift was there. Good play by the second baseman to get the out. That's Alomar with the put away, 2 away. Bring up with the former Sox, Jorge Posada, who contributed to the White Sox 2017 championship campaign, especially when he joined the club in September. And he hits it straight up and behind the plate and out of play for strike 1. He knows this building well, obviously playing with the Yankees all these years. And then again with the White Sox last year. There's a knuckleball strike. And now, Necro ahead of Jorge, 0-2. Switch hitter, batting lieutenant, catcher for the M's in the hole 0-2 against the knuckleballer. 0-2 on the way. A little nubbler chopper. It'll be a foul ball for strike. Not a strike, but it remains 0-2. Oh, 2 again. Strike 3 right down the pipe. And knuckleball for Jorge. Side retired. Nothing across. Middle to third. 2-0 Sox. Away Boggs grounded out back in the first. He'll lead off here in the bottom of the third. 2-0 Sox here in this Baseball Night America contest. Game 1 of the 3-game series. In these two rivals. Both teams you can see across the WON networks throughout the season. First pitch on the way by Perry. Line the other way, deep to left field. And that ball is going to be a fair ball. Ken Griffey Sr. was just standing there thinking the ball was going to go foul. Instead, it bites him in the behind, and it stays fair. It's a double for Wade Boggs. And just like that, the White Sox have a man in scoring position. Wow. That was, I don't know what that was by Ken Griffey Sr. Not a smart play. And now here's Dave Winfield with one small hit to bring in that run at second. Hit hard on a ground base hit to right. Boggs will stay at third. The ball was hit too hard. Runners now at first and third and nobody out for Reggie Jackson. And this is crowd for Mr. October. Big opportunity for the Sox to cash in their chips. Perry centered the bell here. And the first pitch to Reggie, he went too far, strike 1. Reggie with a base hit his last time up the middle. Winfield at first, Boggs at third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third, 2-0 Sox. The pitch by Perry, line the other way to left field, let's go for a base hit. Boggs will score, it's 3-0 White Sox. Another RBI driven in by Reggie. Well, the Sox have only played the long ball once tonight. It's still early, they can do that. But it's the small ball that's driving in the run. And now it's Frank Thomas. First and second occupied, nobody out, a runner's in. And Perry with the pitch on the ground up the middle, double play ball. There's one, and there's two. Big double play turn by the Metropolis Mariners there to possibly minimize the damage. And Thomas not happy with that swing at all. So the batter now will be Mike Piazza, who doubled back in the second inning. He has an RBI opportunity here as Winfield is now at third base. Two outs, one on, a runner's in. The pitch by Gaylord Perry. Hit the other way, right field. Down the line. Reggie will easily score. Piazza thinking about two. He will be out. Got too greedy, side retired, but he does bring in a run. 2 runs scored here today in this inning alone. And in the end of 3, it's 4-0, Sox lead. Gene Segura, the batter. 0 for 1 flew out back in the first inning. Sox 4, M's nothing. M's trying to get themselves going here. They have not been able to get anything going at the moment. There's a short ground ball right to the shortstop Vizquel to get the speedy Gene Segura for the out. That was not easy. Not easy at all, folks, but Omar able to get with it and get his man, and he got him just by a step. Here's Ken Griffey Sr. Swings and drives one deep to right. Kissing goodbye. So long, farewell. Ken Griffey Sr. with an upper deck blast, and it's 4-1 Sox lead. Like father, like son, eh, folks? Holy cow. An absolute tattoo job by Ken Griffey Sr., and it's a 4-1 Sox lead. And the M's finally strike.
with a run on the board, and that one was no cheapie, folks. Upper deck blast by Ken Griffey Sr. Worth another look. Boy, when you hit it that far and that hard, man, you know it's not coming back. What a shot. And it's a 4-1 lead now for the Sox. And now here is Edgar Martinez. There's a strike taken, 0-1. That is the first home run for the M's. 2 in this game, 1 by Alomar, and now 1 by Ken Griffey Jr. As Edgar fouls that one away, 0-1, 0-2 now. The pitch coming on the way. Popped him up infield. Right there is Alomar Jr. onto this one. He'll make the catch for out number 2.
Up next for Seattle, center fielder.
Well, that'll bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey grounded out back in the second inning. 4-1 Sox lead. M's finally on the board thanks to Grant Griffey Sr.'s upper deck blast. Jr. takes a strike. The 0-1 on the way. Fouled away 0-2. The pitch coming. Fouled away again. Now it remains 0-2. As Necro fastly approaches 30 pitches. 0-2 again. Strike 3 right down the pipe side, retired. Don't know what Griffey Jr. was looking for, but it wasn't a pitch he could drive. Meanwhile, his father drove one into the upper deck. Build the fourth, 4-1 Sox lead. Omar Vizquel, the batter, 0-for-1, lined out back in the second. He'll lead off here in the bottom of the fourth. We have a ball game, folks, with 4-1 Sox lead. Eloy Perry. And there's a line drive to right field, but right there is Nelson Cruz to put it away for out number 1. Next Baseball Night in America gamecast will be Thursday night at 7 as the Metropolis Expos take on the New York Giants from the old Polo Grounds. We'll have all the play-by-play for you Thursday night at 8 right here on WON Channel 9 YouTube. Sean Green is the batter, 0-for-1, ground out earlier here today in this ball game. There you see Scott Service. Is that Scott Service? Well, somebody, the manager of the M's, telling the outfield to go back. This guy can really drive on out. Gaylord set with the stretch here. 1-out delivery, ripped to right field, right through the shift. And that's going to be a gapper. Let's see if Green will push it for 2. He will. He's got himself a 1-out double. Big piece of hitting, good piece of hitting by Sean, right down there. See the show check, exit velocity, launch angle. Good contact right there by the big man. So now, here is Jim Rice. The top of the stock order is lurking. Rice with a double his last time up, drove in a run. He lines one to left field, will it be caught? It will be. Ken Griffey Sr. with the catch, runner will stay right where he is at second, 2 outs. That ball was smoked, but right there was Griffey Sr. to make the play. Well, I'll bring up Roberto Alomar. That is good piece of hitting, but again, the outfield has some speed, at least in left and center field. Well, here's Roberto Alomar, who homered earlier in the game. Knocked in the first run of the game with that home run. Man's at second, 2 outs here. The pitch by Perry on the way, base hit off the middle. Let's see if they'll score. Jim Rice, he's on his way home. The throw by Jr. Not in time, the ball is dropped. It's 5-1 Sox lead. RBI single by Roberto Alomar, his second run driven in here tonight. And I'll bring up Wade Boggs. Again, good piece hitting by Alomar, and now here's Wade with a man at first and a run in. Sox 5, Mariners 1 now. The pitch by Perry, a chopper. This could be a tough one. Perry picks it up, throws the first, side retires. Sox get 1 run to leave a man stranded. At the end of 4, it's the Sox 5 and the Mariners 1 on Baseball Night in America. Simmons leads off here. In the top of the 5th, it's a 5-1 Sox lead against the Metropolis Mariners. You're watching WON's Baseball Night in America, powered by MLB The Show 18. And Jim Evans swings and misses, strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Both teams have 1 home run each, won by unusual players that don't have no power, they're not very well known for power. Roberto Alomar back in the first, and in the last inning, Ken Griffey Sr. Now this guy has power, and he rips it deep to right, down the line, but it'll go foul.
Foul ball.
So now it's a foul ball. It's still 0-2 on Edmonds. The pitch. Popped him up behind the plate. Piazza's there. Should be a can of corn for him. Waving everybody off. He makes the catch. And there's one down. Mariners with only 1 hit. Got a home run off the bat of Ken Griffey Sr. Sox with 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. It is still a ball game. The only problem is the Mariners only got 1 hit and 1 run and not been able to muster anything else because Necro has just been so good as of late. There's a high drive into deep left center. Forget about that one. That ball is on cruise control. So long, farewell. Boom, stick, baby. Nelson Cruz with a bomb into the bullpen and left. It is still a ball game, folks. Mariners are alive. It's 5-2, Sox lead. Well, we told you this was going to be a power against power situation. The Mariners now lead in the power department 2-1, but are still down 5-2. But as I told you, this Mariner team is not to be fooled with. That is another monster home run hit by a Mariner, this time by boomstick baby Nelson Cruz. That ball is measured at mercy 463 feet. That is some kind of shot, folks. Well, that is Robinson Cano, the former Sox.
Number 22, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
We've seen some of our past game casts from years ago. Game with some big hits for the Sox. Necro going with that fastball again here. There's a strike, 0-1. 5-2 Sox lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Mariners making some noise here in this contest. Going with the fastball again, and it's lined to right field, and it'll get away from Rice and over the head of him. Robinson Cano will scoot in the second. He's got himself a 1-out double. So the Mariners making some noise here in the 5th inning.
Kyle Seager.
And Kyle Seager will now be the batter. That's a great swing by Robinson there. Seager takes it there for a strike. Touch that corner. Seager grounded out back in the 3rd inning. The 0-1 on the way. That's line. Over the head of the first baseman, a trip down the left field line. Cano will easily score, and just like that, it's a 5-3 ball game. Boy, the big hurt. I don't know what happened there. I guess he thought it was going to be a line drive and jumped too early or tripped too early. Well, that's a crossing mistake by Frank Thomas there. I think that ball just fooled him. Either way, a run scores, and now the potential tying run is coming to the plate, and that's Jorge Posada. He lines it right to Vestol. He missed the ball. In the left field, runner will go to third. The throw is cut off and thrown to the wrong base. Over-anxiousness at the moment, costing the Sox defensively big time. Should have been an easy ground ball. Pascal just poorly mistimed it, And now here's Gene Segura with the tying runs on base and the go-ahead run at the plate. Knuckleball there for a strike. The 0-1 on the way to Gene. Another foul ball, 0-2. One out, runners at the corners. The infield is in for potential double play. The outfield is normal. 2 runs are in here in this inning. That's popped up into left field. Let's see if they'll try to score that run. I wouldn't count on it. Winfield makes the catch. Tagging is the runner. Here comes the throw at the plate, not in time. It's a 1-run game as Piazza drops the ball. It's 5-4 Sox lead. Wow. Mariners with 3 runs will make it 2 runs scored in this inning. No, actually it is 3. Here's Ken Griffey Sr. with an upper deck home run earlier in the ball game in the last inning. He's the guy you could kind of say started the motion for the Mariners. He fouls it into the dugout, fouls the ball, strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. That's another foul ball. He ripped that one. See Negro go with the fastball more. Remember, Ken Griffey Sr. took the knuckleball into the upper deck his last time up. And that one's lined into the gap in left center field. Coming on is Jim Rice. He makes the catch. And prevents the M's from doing anything and tying it. Halfway through, Sox 5, M's 4. We're now going to pause for station ID.
I'm Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store, where we can help make your dreams come true. Can you imagine what you could do with $5,000, $10,000, $50,000? You could pay off all your debts, invest in business, or use the money for anything you desire. Imagine anything you desire. Want more information? Call the Money Store toll-free. In New Jersey, dial 800-672-1001. In Connecticut, dial 1-800-842-1105.
Mike Lupica and Howard Cosell for the Daily News.
What's on your mind these days, Howard?
Weighty things, Mike. Changing political currents, summit diplomacy.
But most often, Howard.
Baseball, Michael. The World Series looms. That means more fans turning to the Daily News.
For great coverage and pretty good columns.
You're too modest. There are great sports columns in the Daily News, only one of which is yours.
The Daily New York hometown paper.
This is WON Brooklyn.
Carlton Fisk calls all my pitches. Even this one for these washable, durable White Sox placemats from your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Oh, yeah. Just order any Pizza Hut pizza and get a set of 2 White Sox placemats for just 89 cents. There are 4 White Sox placemats in all, and they're available only at your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Hey, what's that? Fork ball. Fork ball? I don't even have a fork ball. Where'd you learn to catch?
To the bottom of the 5th as we welcome you back to Baseball Night in America on WON Channel 9 YouTube. And yours truly, John Theriot, bringing you the play-by-play and commentary of this wonderful ball game that's taking place here between the New York White Sox and the Metropolis Mariners in the first game of this 3-game series. It is a ball game, 5-4 Sox lead. And it's anybody's game, despite the M's being down by 1. Winfield lines it to right, base hit. Getting a cheer from the fans here. Now here comes Mr. October.
Reggie Jackson.
Man's at first, nobody out. 5-4 Sox lead. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. Rios set, first pitch to Reggie. Chopper, this could be 2. No, they're going to hole and right. Another hit for Reggie Jackson. What almost looked like it could have been a double play ball. Instead, it's a base hit. Now bring up Frank Thomas. First and second occupied, nobody out. Sox 5, Mariners 4. Perry getting a sign from Posada. First pitch to Frank. Oh, mercy. That ball was not even close to his universe. Tough night on a tough stretch for Frank Thomas. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Has yet to make a big signature mark as a White Sox in his return. Maybe tonight could be the night. The 0-1 underway. Hit hard but foul. 0-2 now on Thomas. Sox trying to cash in their chips. They're up only by 1 run. First and second occupied, nobody out. 5-4 Sox lead. Perry set. The 0-2 to Frank. He struck him out swinging. Thomas now goes down 0 for 3 tonight. That's a big out to get.
Up next for the White Sox.
And the batter now is Mike Piazza. 2 for 2 here today. A double, a single, and an RBI. Bottom of the 5th. First and second occupied. RBI chance, double play chance as well. Perry trying to get out of this inning unscathed. 1-out delivery to Mike Piazza. He swings and misses strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
It'll be an 0-1 to Piazza. Perry set. The 0-1. On the ground, base hit to the right. They will not get that runner to score. The ball was hit too hard, and the bases are loaded with 1 down for the White Sox. And it'll be up to Omar Vizquel. He only has 1 home run so far this season. Could he be the guy to cash in the chips? We shall see. The pitch by Perry. Hit hard to right field. That's going to fall down for a base hit. And 2 runs will score. And it passes Cruz into right field. 3 runs will score. Omar on his way to third. He's got himself an RBI triple. And the Sox lead it 8-4. It'll be a single and a huge error to Cruz. What should have been a single, a 1-run single, turns into a 3-run single. And an error attached. And the manager has seen enough. Gaylord Perry's going to come out the game. Did not deserve the fate he just got. This call the bullpen, brought to you by New Jersey Bell, will step aside.
Your attention, please.
Back at the stadium, Mike Leake will come in to pitch for Metropolis. This is the 7th game. He's been in 6. And he's facing Sean Green here. Ford, 8-4. Sox lead. A man's at third with 1 down. The pitch on the way to Green. Line to right. Foul. Strike 1. Green tonight, 1 for 2. Where's the scale going? He's got to go back to third. We just did. That's another game glitch, folks. My goodness. The pitch by Leake. Ripped to right field down the line. That'll be a fair ball. Omar will easily score. It's 9-4 Sox lead on the RBI single by Sean Green. And everything falling apart for the M's pitching. Again, good piece hitting by Sean there. And now here's Jim Rice. 4 runs in for the Sox in this inning. Rice chops it right back to the mound. Let's see if they'll turn 2. They don't turn anything. It goes into right center field. Runners will advance to second and third, and everybody's safe. A nightmare inning for the ages for the M's. They can't get the last 2 out. And now here's Roberto Alomar. Alomar, of course, starting the scoring in this game in the first with a line drive homer to right. Second and third, 1 down. On the ground to first, that'll score at least 1. And Alomar's going to be safe. Mike Leap was sleeping on the mound. Should have ran to first, did not. A run scores, the inning continues, and nobody gets the out. That is all on Mike Leap there, folks. It's 10-4. And now here's Wade Boggs. First and third occupied. The infield is in for potential double play. You know the M's are begging to get that. And they may get it. Not base hit in the center. Another run will score. It's now 11-4 Sox. And things have gotten away from the Mariners quickly in this inning. What was a 5-4 game has quickly turned into an 11-4 game. And the moments by the M's defense has been absolutely atrocious. And now here's Dave Winfield. And by the way, the Sox have only hit one home run in this game. There's another base hit to right. The bases will be reloaded. We're one down, and Reggie Jackson coming to the plate. Wow. Things have gotten really ugly here in the Bronx. And now here's Reggie Jackson. Mike Leake on the mound, trying to get the elusive 2 outs here. And that's not going to work. Deep to right center. Bring out the bread and mustard. It's a grand slam. So long, farewell. And that may have just put the nail in the coffin on this one. A grand slam for Reggie Jackson. Home run number 20 of the year. And it's now a 15-4 blowout here in the Bronx. How could you have ever thought that from happening? The M's showed life the last couple of innings, but the defense and the bullpen has absolutely screwed that up. That was a long home run, folks, and that is Reggie's 20th of the year, and now it's a 11-run lead. And now Frank Thomas hits it deep the other way to right. So long, farewell. It's now back to back. It is now 16-4 Sox lead. My, oh my. Well, everything that has gone wrong for the M's in this inning has gone wrong. They were just a few minutes ago only down by 1, and now they find themselves down by 12. This was a no-doubter by the Big Hurt. Into the lower deck and right. And here's Mike Piazza. And this is all on Mike Leake here, folks. No chance in taking him out at the moment as Piazza hits it on the ground, another base hit. The miscue in right field by Nelson Cruz really started everything. And then Mike Leake trying to get a double play, threw it into the outfield. And the floodgates have been open ever since. They still only have recorded 1 out. Omar Vizquel, or is that Alomar? It's Omar Vizquel, lines it. And that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. Hard to believe.
Sean Green.
Here's Sean Green. 2 for 3, a double and a single. Two home runs in this inning, one by Jackson, a grand slam, and one by the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. And a hard hit ball dive by Cano, and he just puts it in his back pocket. When things go wrong, and for the Metropolis Mariners, things have gone wrong. Here's Jim Rice. First and second, 2 outs. And the pitch coming, hit on the ground is short. And they finally get that out. Side retired. But the Sox put on a hurting against the M's. End of 5. 16-4 Sox lead.
Getting off for Seattle. First baseman.
Edgar Martinez now the batter here. Leading off here in the inning, the 6th inning. With his club now down 16-4. I mean, seriously. A moment ago it was 5-4, now it's 16-4. And Martinez now behind 0-2. Another foul ball. Well, this M's club is capable of scoring a ton of runs, no doubt about it. But with a Sox team like this, it's going to be hard to assemble. There's a base hit, a good start for Edgar Martinez in the end. He leads off with a single. Well, the M's are getting their hits, there's no doubt about it. As we take a look at this on replay again, right up the middle, nothing that Omar or Alomar can make and can do about it. Here's Ken Griffey Jr. He rockets one to the second baseman. They'll get the out at second, and that's it. Fielder's choice. Here's your first out in the inning, recorded by second base. I'll bring up Jim Edmonds. Jim 0 for 2 with 2 pop-outs here tonight. There's that first. And that's popped up behind the plate. Can Piazza get to it? No, strike one. Another foul ball ripped out of play, 0-2. One out, one on, the 0 to the Jim. He struck him out, and there are 2 outs. Another K for Phil here tonight. We'll take a look at this pitch sequence. And Nelson Cruz, who you know he's got to feel bad for letting that ball pass him in right, which opened up the floodgates. He does have a home run in this game tonight. And there's the strike, 0-1. Cruz 1 for 2. Solo home run earlier back in the 5th inning, which cut the game close. But it's not close right now. Another foul ball, strike 2. This will be pitch number 53 from Phil on the way to Cruz. And a ground ball, base hit down the left field line. Runners at first and second base. Nothing the box could do without that one. So Cruz is on with a base hit. We'll bring up Robinson Cano, 1 for 2 with a double. Back in the 5th inning, which was the last inning. There's a drive into the gap in left field. That could be problems all the way back to the wall. It is off the 399 side, and that could possibly clear the bases. It will. 2 runs will score, and it's a 10-run deficit for the M's. They still have a heartbeat with plenty of ball game to go. A 2 RBI double by Robinson Cano has now made it a 16-6 ball game. Folks, don't underestimate the Metropolis Mariners. That's all I'm going to say. And now the batter is Corey Seager with a man at second. And he lines it past the first baseman into right field, but Cano will stay at third. With the arm in right, you don't want to take a chance. So first and third, 2 outs in a 10-run deficit for the M's. Get the hits when you can. And Nico's starting to lose some things right now, going more with the fastball than the knuckleball. Remember, Griffey Sr. took the knuckleball deep. And speaking of deep, that's hit to right. Not deep enough. Sean Green is there. Side retired. But the M's do score 2 runs. They leave a man stranded. Even though it's a 10-run deficit, it's still a ball game with 2 of these offenses. 16-6, Sox lead on Baseball Night in America. Roberto Alomar, who started the game with a home run, leads off here in the bottom of the 5th. And folks, Mike Leake still in the ball game. Ripped down the right field line, they're going to call that foul. Just foul by an inch or so. On the ground to second. Cano. And Martinez, 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman,
Wade Boggs is the batter. There's action in the Sox bullpen, by the way. As Boggs chops it right back to Lee. 2 outs. Ron Guidry and Lee Smith are warming in the Sox bullpen. Here's Dave Winfield. Great night for Dave. 3 singles here tonight. On the ground to first. How about this? 3 pitches and 3 outs. First 1, 2, 3 inning delivered by the M's to the Sox. We march on to the 7th. Sox 16, M's 6. Well, your line score, it doesn't look pretty. 16, 22, and 0 for the Sox. 6, 9, and 2 for the Mariners. But the Mariners have been able to score some runs in the last inning. And with the offense they have a chance to come back. You cannot rule that out. And Negro has been losing some stuff the last couple innings. He's ahead though 0-1. The 0-1 on the way. Rip to left field. That's carrying a long way. Way back is Winfield looking up. Solo farewell. Gene Segura with a shot into the bullpen and left. And like I told you before, do not count the M's out. They're now down by 9. It's 16-7. Sox lead. And that is homer number 3 in this game for the M's. A grand total of 6. 3 by the Sox and now 3 by the M's. A leadoff home run by Gene Segura. Worth looking at again. This one was tattooed. He knew it was gone. Well, here's Ken Griffey Sr. who homered earlier today into the upper deck, which started the M scoring. He fouls it away, strike 1. Griffey Sr. 1 for 3 with the solo home run back of the first. That was the first run scored by the M's in this contest. On the ground, pass box to Vizquel. The long throw is in time. 1 down. Just got him by a foot. 1 down here in the 7th. And now bring up Edgar Martinez. 1 for 3 here today. Singled back in the 4th inning. We told you there's action in the Sox bullpen as well as with the M's. Be interested to see who will come out of the Sox bullpen earlier lately in a few moments. He picks number 61 by Necro here. Ripped to left but foul, and Edgar just missed this pitch and he knows it. Oh, 2 on the way. Strike 3. Edgar completely fooled on that one. Another K for Phil, and there are 2 away here in the 7th.
Center fielder,
Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey 0 for 3 with a ground out back in the 6th inning. Fouled away, strike 1 on the high fastball. Well, he's really going with the fastball high and in the strike zone. I don't know why Necro's abandoning the knuckleball, but apparently he is, I guess, because of what he saw with Ken Griffey Sr. He's ahead, though, now of Griffey Jr. 0-2. You got to be careful with those fastballs. Griffey Jr. could drive one out. And he may have done that deep to right, and right on cue he has. So long farewell, the kid has hit it out. And it's now a 16-8 ball game. A home run for Ken Griffey Jr. Father and son go deep together here today. 16-8, and it's an 8-run deficit. That ball landed in the upper deck. It's going to be worth a look here. Let's see. That ball was tattooed to right field, or off the facing of the upper deck. And now the batter is Jim Edmonds, who fouls a high fastball out of play. Well, it's going to be possibly Necro's final inning. But the question is, can he get out of this inning without giving up more home runs. And now he's ahead of Jim, 0-2. And that one is tattooed to left field. That's carrying a long way back toward the wall. It is off the top of the wall. Winfield has played that ball poorly. And Jim Emmons got himself a double. He just missed a home run by an inch. That ball hit off the top of the wall and bounced back in. What looked to be an easy fly ball turned it into anything but. And now the batter is Dustin Cruz, who's already homered in this game today. And he hits another one deep in the right center field. Going back on the outfielders is off the wall again. And off the glove of Jim Rice. Cruz has driven another run, and all of a sudden, it's a 16-9 ball game. My, oh my, they're going to rule out an error. I don't know about that one, folks. I don't know if you want to give Rice an error. That ball was clearly going to hit off the wall. But I think on that play, maybe that's the reason why they give him an error. So Necro all of a sudden can't buy an out for his life at the moment, as Cano takes a knuckleball in there for a strike. So as a blowout is turning out to be anything but at the moment. That's down low, 1-1 to throw to third, and they'll keep the runner right where he is. The 1-1. That's on the ground to second. And Alomar will put it away. Side retired, but the M's are making noise. As we stretch here in the Bronx, Sox 16 and the M's 9. Will be batting. Has a grand slam in this game already and lines a base hit over the head of Cano into right field. Great night for Reggie. And Frank Thomas, who homered earlier today, will now come to bat. Well, Reggie just sitting on every pitch that he gets. So there's Frank Thomas, who hit a home run to right field the other way earlier in the ball game. He's 1 for 4 here tonight. 16-9, Sox lead. The infield is in. The outfield's normal. Nobody's out. Mormon trying to get a double play hit out of here. And he may have gotten his wish. No, it's off the glass, off the glove of Cano into right field. Close but no cigar.
Up next for the White Sox, Patrick Mike Piazza.
Now be Mike Piazza. Piazza with a couple of hits here and there. Sox looking to add some runs here as the M's are chugging along to making a comeback. And Piazza lines a base hit in the left. Bases will be loaded with nobody out. And Mike Mormon has created issues. The Sox already have one grand slam in this game. And now here's Omar Vizquel. Bases loaded, nobody out. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. The pitch by Mike Mormon, ground ball. This is going to be a double play. They will surrender that run. 2 outs, a run scores, it's 17-9. You take what you can get. That's what the M's saw. They could have thrown home, but they decided to get the double play the easy way. And they get it the easy way, and it's now 17-6, or 17-8 now. 17-9. Wow. And Sean Green's the batter with a man at third at 2 outs. And he crushes one to foul, strike one. Green 2 for 4 tonight with a double and 2 singles and an RBI. A runner's in, a runner at third base with 2 outs. A little chopper into right center field. That'll score another run. 1 run will score. It's now 18-9 in favor of the Sox. So 2 big runs. Makes the M's potential comeback a little bit tougher. And the batter now is Jim Rice. 2 for 4 tonight with a double and a single and an RBI driven in. Man's in score position at second base. Way out in front, 0-1. The 0-1 flicked into right field. Cruz is there, side retired, but the Sox score 2 crucial runs and leave a man left in third or second. Doesn't matter. At the end of 7, Sox 19. Make it 18. M's.
I'm Paul Joya, chairman of the State Public Service Commission. A new area code, 718, is being introduced to meet the growing demand for telephone numbers in New York City. The 718 area code includes Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Manhattan and the Bronx remain 212. For calls within your area code, you dial as usual. When calling between area codes, dial 1, the area code, and the number. There is no extra charge for these calls. The new 718 area code will ensure the telephone service we need for a growing New York.
This is WON Brooklyn.
This is J.C. Penney's $10 dress shirt. It's made of silky, smooth Ultressa polyester, a fabric many $14 shirts are made of. It has a special collar that feels soft but stays in shape, a feature many $16 shirts have. It has 7 buttons instead of 6, so that it won't pop open at the waist, a feature some $20 shirts don't even have. The J.C. Penney $10 dress shirt, probably one of the most expensively made $10 dress shirts in America.
Back at Old Yankee Stadium, yours truly, Job the Wheels. Former Yankee legend Ron Guidry now on the mound for the White Sox. As Nico leads the game with a potential win, but it will not be easy for Guidry in the bullpen of the Sox against this Metropolis club. The Gator, Louisiana Lightning, with the first pitch as a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery again. That's pulled down the right field line, but foul. In the air, deep left center field. That could be problems. Going back is Winfield and Rice. And is over the fence for a home run. And it's back to an 8-run deficit. And the M's have hit double digits. Guidry was ahead of Seager. And Seager took him deep. Holy cow, what a ball game. And it's an 8-run lead for the White Sox. A line drive home run that just kept on carrying. Worth a look again, folks. That ball was smashed, but boy, that ball just got over the fence in left center. And now the batter is the former Yankee, Jorge Posada, now batting on the right side. There's a strike, 0-1. Well, the Sox bullpen and the pitching not sharp tonight. If it was, the scoreboard on the top of your screen would look like a football score. Into left field, coming on is Winfield. He'll make the catch for the first out of the 8th. 18-10, Sox lead. Mariners just need to get some runners on base, and then those home runs will count for something. Still a large deficit to come back from. Are they capable? I say yes. That won't do the job. Popped up in the shallow left center, and accidentally Rice overran it, but now he comes up with it without number 2.
Now batting, left fielder.
Well, Ken Griffey Sr., we told you in the 4th inning, started the scoring for the M's. Steps in here with his club down by 8. And desperate needs some runs right now and some runners on base. And that's a drive again, this time to right center. Rice is just going to turn and watch, and Griffey Sr. has hit another one out. His second home run of the night, and now it's a 7-run deficit for the M's. What a night for Ken Griffey Sr. A 2-home run night. And his 3rd home run of the year. And folks, it's a ball game still, folks. 7-run lead for the Sox. That ball was absolutely tattooed. It is a home run slugfest here in the Bronx tonight between these two ball clubs. Nelson Cruz now the batter. He rips up a foul. Oh boy. You know, how many hairs you think the manager and the pitching coach of the White Sox have pulled out so far? Got to be many for for them. 0-1 to Edgar Martinez. He's now behind 0-2. And Edgar swings and misses, strike 3. But the M's scored 2 more runs thanks to the home run ball. Middle of the 8th. Sox 18, M's 11. Roberto Alomar will come into play now. And bat in the bottom of the 8th. Mike Mormon still on the mound for the M's as there's a pop-up into right field. Cruz is there, and Cruz makes the catch for the first out of the 8th inning. A slugfest, no doubt about it. 18-26-1 for the Sox, 11-14-2 for the Mariners of Metropolis. Wade Boggs the batter now, 2 for 5 with a double and a single. 7-run lead. And Boggs went too far for strike 1. The meat of the M's order is coming up in the 9th inning, so it will not be an easy task for Louisiana Lightning. As Boggs hits it deep to right field, and that ball is gone! So long, farewell! Big run for the Sox. They get a run back, and it's back to an 8-run lead for the White Sox. Well, he absolutely tattooed that ball. It looked like it hit the upper deck. We couldn't see again. We'll see now. Well, he really tattooed that one. Off the facing of the upper deck. So now, here's Dave Winfield. 1 out and a run in. And Winfield skies one, dead to right center, kissing goodbye, so long farewell, and for the 2nd time tonight, the Sox go back-to-back, and they have now hit 20 runs tonight. Holy cow. And now it's a 9-run lead for the New York White Sox. Well, bottom line, the M's bullpen not doing the job at all tonight. This one was tattooed the moment it hit the bat. Winfield, he knew he got all of it. And now here's Reggie Jackson, who knows a thing or two about no doubters.
Number 9, Reggie Jackson.
Taps it foul, strike 1. A perfect 5 for 5 tonight. 4 singles and a home run, which was the big grand slam.
D-Rod.
0-2 now on Reggie. Oh-2 pitch on the way. Down low, just missed. 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
The 1-2 to Reggie, and his perfect night comes to an end with a strikeout. 2 outs here in the inning. Brings up Frank Thomas. Frank, a big night tonight. 2 for 5, a home run and a single. line to left field, and that is going to be over the head of Griffey Sr. The Big Hurt hustling all the way to second. He's got himself a 2-out double.
The batter, catcher.
Well, his good night continues here. And Mike Piazza will now be the batter. What a slugfest here in the Bronx between these two clubs. 9-run lead for the Sox, but the M's trying to get out of this one big time, and that will not well. Deep the other way to right, and Piazza has made a 2-run delivery. A Piazza delivery the opposite way, and now at 2 more runs on the board as the game is starting to slip away from the M's. The Sox now lead 22-11. Well, we told you which two teams will show the offense more. For a moment's notice, it was evenly matched, but the Sox have out-hit the M's big time in the power numbers. And the home run ball again coming through for the Sox just when they need it. Tony Zick will now come in, and we'll be facing Omar Vizquel with 2 outs and the bases empty. An 11-run lead for the Sox. Popped up into center field. And Griffey Jr. makes the catch, side retire. But the damage has been done. It's going to take a large comeback for the M's. Can they do it? We'll find out. Sox lead 22-11 on Baseball Night in America. Well, Ken Griffey Jr., who homered is back in the 7th, will lead off against the Louisiana Lightning. In the top of the 9th inning, it is an 11-run deficit. Well, actually a 9-run deficit. Well, it is an 11-run deficit, my mistake. 11-run deficit for the M's. Do they have enough comeback power in them to come back? The 1 inning, we've seen it many times before by the Sox. But for the M's, well, we'll see. Griffey strikes out. That's not a good start. 1 down, and the Sox are 2 outs away from a victory.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jim Edmonds.
And Jim Edmonds will now be the batter. 1 for 4 with a double back in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's 0-1.
That fastball working high for the Gator. Gasoline pitch. Another one. Right up on the elbows there. 1-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. Another foul ball. Well, he's hitting the zone. That's what Gator's doing. The 0-2 by Guidry. He struck him out. Another K for Guidry, and the Sox are another just 1 out away for picking up their 17th win of the year and taking game 1 of this series. Remember, next Baseball Night America gamecast is between the Expos and the Giants from the Polo Grounds. Nelson Cruz, the final hope for the M's here. Down 22-11. Foul away, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Foul away, and now the M's are down to their final strike. And the 50-plus thousand at the stadium starting to make some noise. They're starting to stand up. 0-2 on Cruz. Guidry set. The pitch. Fly ball in the right. This should do it. Sean Green under this one. Puts it away. And Louisiana Lightning seals the deal. The Sox win it by a final of 22-11. The Sox improved their record to 17-6. That's the best in the majors. And they take game 1 of this 3-game rivalry series. Phil Niekro, who struggled towards the end of the game, gets the win. And the Sox get a very well-deserved victory. Final score from the Old Stadium, 22-11. Sox win. There's gamecast later on this week on Channel 9. So long from the stadium. Yours truly, John Rios, bidding you all adieu.
This is WON Brooklyn.